Okay, here we go. And we should have really good connectivity now. All right. Welcome back, everyone. We just did a reset. And I've got 20 megabits upload on my mobile connection. That's good enough. That's definitely good enough for what we're doing. I'm going to move this over just a hair, like that. There we go. Want to get that clamp out of the way. Okay. Welcome to Late Night with MJ Klein here in Kaohsiung, Taiwan Live TV. Thank you so much for joining. We're just hanging out here tonight. All right. Beautiful night. It's about, I'm going to say 26. Got a small breeze. Whew. And this is brackish water. It's a canal that goes inland into town, and it's fresh water in town, but it meets the ocean. So right here you can catch both fresh and saltwater fish if you know what you're doing. A lot of saltwater fish come in here though. So I want to say hi to everybody who just joined. All right. Hey there. All right, I think we're okay. I just checked everything. I reset everything, rebooted everything. Excellent, very good. I don't know why, but I apparently wasn't getting a very good upload speed, but now I am, and I don't know why. So, who knows? But here we are, looking more stable. That's good. Look at this beautiful shot here. This is a parking garage here for the logistics company, and this little bright spot right there is part of the Dream Mall. And you cannot see the Ferris wheel, as I mentioned in the previous stream. You cannot see the Ferris wheel. I'm going to go back and delete that other one because it's just no sense in keeping it. So hopefully everybody will join back. All right. Nice to have you with us again, Mark. Hey, bud. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, thank you guys, for telling me. I appreciate it. And, you never mind a bad signal report because it gives you an opportunity to do something about it, right? Yeah. Somebody gives you a 5x2, then you got to do something. Swing your beam around or something. Anyway. Yeah, I reset my Wi-Fi box. Actually, I was looking to see if there was a CHT network. See, a lot of the cities in Taiwan are blanketed with Wi-Fi networks that correspond to the mobile phone networks. CHT, Zhonghua Telecom, that's the company that I'm with. It's the biggest one in Taiwan. All right. Yeah, hi, Henry. We reset. We rebooted because it was unstable for some reason. But here there is no Wi-Fi network available, so I'm using the mobile network on my Wi-Fi box. And when I first tested it, I got something ridiculous, like 700 kilobits. So I retested, and then it suddenly jumped up. I don't know why. There was a problem with the network, and I don't know why. But now we're good. We're good to go. Looks like so. And I don't want to spend all day talking about the stream. But we're rocking 3,500 kbps at just under 30 frames a second. Henry, I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete that. Yeah. So how you guys doing? Hey, I just got some kind of a notification. Wonder what that was. Oh, I think somebody left a message. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, Mike left me a message on the other stream. Yeah, I appreciate Mike Rundgren. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm okay today. I had a screaming migraine yesterday. It was so bad I actually had to sleep sitting up for a little while because laying down is just throbbing. I don't get those very often. I can give them to myself if I want to. Hey, Mike, nice to have you with us. Fist bump to all you guys. Nice to have you with us, Mike. Thanks for that comment. I appreciate it. I don't know why, but I mean, if I stay up late and drink alcohol and deprive myself of sleep, I can give myself a headache, but I didn't do that, In fact, if anything, I've been resting more down here than I normally have. Hey, Dave. Thank you. Quick hello from Bangkok. How are you, Dave? How's the weather? You know, how's your air quality? Air quality actually improved tonight here in Taiwan. It was terrible before. It was really bad, and my kid's been coughing today, and I think it's because of that. Oh boy. You wearing a mask? That's what I would do. I'd be wearing a mask. A lot of people in Taiwan walk around all day with a mask on, you know, and nobody says anything because they know. It's mostly for the air pollution. But, you know, people get sick, they walk around. Might not be a bad idea, Dave. Actually, we have motorcycle masks. They're kind of a permanent mask that people wear. I carry one in my bag because I'm Taiwanese. I don't wear it often, but I do sometimes. Might wear it on the plane. Yeah, it really is. Although, I know some places I was in the States, it's kind of a stigma. They wonder what's wrong with you. And they say, well, if you're not, you know, if you're not feeling that good, you should stay home. But that's not how it is. People got to work and they got to go out. Yeah. That's what we got here too, Henry. We got those kind of masks here. So what do you think of my scenery tonight? I don't have a wide angle lens. This is the native lens on the back of the S7 Edge. And here's the front. Hi guys, we got a little sodium vapor lamp up here. Right about there, you can see it's casting a shadow on me. So, that's funny, Dave. Mine is green and it covers, you know, the nose and the face. It's got, you know, the things that go around the ear. Mine's green with a black inside. I'll tell you what I do sometimes. I haven't shaved for a couple days. What I do sometimes is I put a drop of medicinal oil, like green oil, inside the mask, and do that. So, ha ha. You wonder who that was? Somebody behind me, right? Somebody came up behind me and probably said "Ni hao" behind my back, right? That's funny, Henry. You can see bugs out here, bugs flying around. Yeah, so you guys are funny, man. You guys are really funny. I never got that mask that he wore. I watched that Batman, but I never got that mask. Oh well. They are popular and they're really good. We have a couple of oils here like Eagle Oil and Green Oil. They're basically 100% menthol or peppermint, and like in the case of green oil, it has chlorophyll in it because that's what makes it green. I don't know what value the chlorophyll has, but for me it's really good for headaches. And sometimes if I have nasal congestion and I'm wearing a mask, I'll put a couple drops in the mask and I'm breathing it in and it feels good. It helps. Sometimes the old remedies, you know, the old remedies can be really good. I remember when my mom visited me one time, I had a bunch of Chinese medicine at my house and was showing it to her, and all the smells she recognized of all these oils and balms, she recognized. That's B-A-L-M, balms. And she recognized those from her childhood. She said her mother used to use stuff like that. So she was talking about the old remedies. That's pretty interesting. So what's the topic for tonight? The topic for tonight. I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I'm going to arrive a little bit after midnight Tuesday night in the States. So I probably won't stream because I want to get as much rest as I can get. But my schedule is I'm meeting with Dr. Sears Wednesday morning, that's USA time, Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. They're going to do a battery of tests. It's going to take probably 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours. And not this time of year. They've already happened this year. We had the dragon races a couple months ago. Really? Oh, that's interesting. That is cool. Yeah, what kind of oils are they doing? And so then I'm going to take a nap after I get done with Dr. Sears, probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to take a nap for a little while. Then I'm going to meet Steve from Florida, and he says there's a total of 11 people that we have for a meetup, and we're going to live stream. We're going to go to a buffet in Boca Raton, and there's going to be 11 people, and he has told me that Donna and Judy are going, but he hasn't told me anybody else. So Donna and Judy are going, and Steve, and I'm not sure, and some other people and significant others, probably people who don't know who I am. I got 3 flights altogether. It's a long time. Altogether, I'm leaving at, yeah, it is. I'm leaving Taiwan time about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, Steve from Florida, from Periscope, that's right. And I'm landing at a little bit after midnight, like 1 a.m. So it's 24 hours. Anyway, basically from here to the United States, no matter how you cut it, is almost completely 24 hours if you have to take the 3 flight type. If you want to go Emirates, you can fly from here to Dubai, and from Dubai like to Boston. Now I forget, it's one of those legs is 8 hours and one leg is 9 hours. I forget which is which. I think from Dubai to Boston is 9 hours. I think it's 8 hours from Taiwan to Dubai, but that's about as fast as you can do it. And that's not bad. I'll be looking at that maybe later in the year. But I'm flying American Airlines and Japan Airlines this time. I'm going to Narita. And oh no, it is. I wrote. I'm going to. Let me tell you this first. I'm going to Narita, then I'm going to Dallas Fort Worth, and then I'm going to Palm Beach International, and I'm staying in Royal Palm Beach. And that's about. If you guys like to look at maps, yeah, Royal Palm Beach is about 30 minutes north of, I should say, Boca Raton, where Steve lives. Yeah, it's a lot of flying. But that's what you have to do. I mean, the first time I came to Taiwan, I flew from Boston to Vancouver and then from Vancouver to Taipei. But there's not that many direct flights from North America to Taipei. They almost all go to Japan, and they fill up with Japanese people to come to Taipei. So that's what we do. Now, the thing about the Emirates is that, you know, 8 hours isn't bad. But like for me, the Narita to Dallas Fort Worth, that's an 11-hour flight. I got to tell you guys, if you've never taken an 11-hour flight, and I know Dave can tell you this, you're ready to shoot somebody by the end of that flight. That's a wonder people don't go crazy. So yeah, 14.25 hours from Manchester to Taipei with a 75-minute break in between. There you go. So by the time, you know, you have to get up early, because these days they tell you be at the airport 3 hours early, because they got to go insane about the security. And it takes, you know, I take an animal for comfort. I was going to take a peacock, my emotional support animal, but I found out that they won't allow that. So anyway, yeah. The layover in Dallas Fort Worth going to is a lot further, a lot more than going back. I think it's 5 hours. I think I got a 5-hour layover. But here's the thing: I'm going to be coming in, so everybody's going to go through immigration and customs, and so that takes time. So that's okay. So by the time I get out, you know, and I'll have my Wi-Fi box if it's a cool looking place. I've never been to Dallas, you know, DFW. I've been to the George Bush Airport in Texas, but I've never been to DFW. So if it looks cool and it's interesting, I might live stream it, because I've got, you know, several hours. I'm probably gonna eat something though, if I can find something decent, because when I land, it's going to be after midnight, and I'm supposed to fast for 8 hours before I show up at the lab on Wednesday morning. So I'm not going to eat the night before. So I'll just go to, yeah, just go to my hotel and that's it. No going out to a restaurant on the way from the airport. So I'll probably eat in Dallas, Fort Worth, eat something. But you know something? It's Dallas. It's Texas. I should be able to get a steak. What do you think? Should be a steakhouse in there or barbecue or something. Yeah, that's true. Lots of those, yeah. That's true. I know it sounds funny, but I wouldn't mind finding a Taco Bell. Nowadays, it's a little different. Back in the old days, it was turn your phone off, put it in your bag. I mean, I had a GPS, and I was trying to get a waypoint, and a stewardess threatened to throw me off the plane just because I had my GPS on. And I'm like, but the pilot uses GPS. Steakhouse does sound great. These days, nobody even bothers to check your phone. You're supposed to put it in airline mode, but nobody does. You see guys using Bluetooth headsets and stuff. It's all about, you know, the Wi-Fi connection, and you're, you know, however many thousands of feet in the air, you really can't connect to a cell site. It's very difficult. So yeah, they make you turn off your own data, pay for Wi-Fi, but it makes sense too, because it's hard to connect to a cell site from that high up. I mean, just you're blanketing, you know, your footprint is huge. It's not like you're on the ground. But I'll see. I mean, I'll see what it is. Usually it's outrageous. And the other thing too, I read on one airline that they always cap people who use a lot of data, and live streaming, relatively speaking, uses more data than browsing. So yeah, that's the other thing too. Sure. That's it. That's right, Henry. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is if I make friends with the flight attendants, who knows? It's an 11-hour flight. Get some Wi-Fi. I might be able to introduce them and interview them. So how long have you been flying with American Airlines? Yeah, so I don't know. Yes, it is. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so were you with Northwest before? And now they're gone. Yeah, so hope there's some good in-flight movies. You know what I got? I got a really, really good sleep mask made in Switzerland. This thing looks like a pair of VR goggles, man. You pop those suckers on and I wear them at home if I have to sleep during the day and the sun's beaming in through my window. I pop these suckers on and it's dark. And I got my earplugs and I got my neck pillow. I got my microfiber neck pillow with a little clip, you know, strap in the front so I can get the tension right so it hugs my neck. And man, I just kicked the seat back and that's it. So that would be cool. That would be cool. I gotta tell you, in my time, I have met some real sweethearts. I remember I was going to Hong Kong once, and we were on I forget what the airline was, but there's a Japanese lady who was a flight attendant, and even the guys in front of me, they were from America, they said, dude, she really likes you. I'm like, what are you talking about? She kept coming back next to my seat and talking to me about stuff. You know, where was I living? I was in Taiwan, and she's real fascinated by that. So we talked for like 45 minutes. Of course, then I asked her, "Can you show me any cool places in Hong Kong?" And she said, "No, I got to go. Bye bye." So okay, there you go. So anyway, that was before I met my wife. All those stories are before I met my wife. I don't have any stories after I met my wife, because my wife ruined me for other women. Don't even notice them. Yeah. I imagine they would, yeah. And I like tonight. See, the thing about Streamlabs is the person's name, you know, the name of the poster is random. We never know what color it's going to pick. And tonight it's a nice purple. It's a rich looking purple, and it does look good against the dark river, doesn't it? Yeah, way better. I'm really happy with how these look, I've got to tell you. I'm very, very pleased with how the comments look. I'm I'm so pleased with the resolution and the latency, low latency here on YouTube, that you know, I can do whatever I want with the streams when I'm done. I can embed them, I can edit them, I can change the title, I can make it private if I want, or I can make it just for friends, or I can make it public. I mean, all these things that you cannot do. See, I used to always say that Periscope was a great app, but it's missing the back end. And I'm going to say it. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record sometimes about it, but man, do I miss Catch. Periscope and Catch was a match made in heaven. They should never have gotten rid of Catch. That was the worst thing that Twitter did, was to shut Catch down. Catch was the back end. Of course, they don't want anybody using it for themselves, you know. The biggest mistake, in my opinion, that Twitter made, it really is, Henry. The biggest mistake that Twitter made, in my opinion, was making Periscope unavailable as a tool for you to use the way you want to use it. I mean, just think about it. I think every car sale should have live streaming. I think every time a supermarket has a sale, they should do live streaming. You know, they should have somebody out front calling people in and tell them about the, you know, about the specials and whatnot, and talking about the quality of the products with the customers, and you know, and so other customers look at this and they say, wow, I think I'm going to go down there, check it out. But it's like, you can't do anything now with Periscope, and you can't edit the title. If you make a typo, it's the weirdest thing. You make a typo, and we've all seen them, typos in Periscope titles, which everybody does once in a while. It's ridiculous. You can't even go back and edit it. You can't edit anything. And you're not allowed to embed the scope. You can embed the tweet in your website. Have you guys seen an embedded tweet? Gosh, I remember that. Yes, but that's why Catch was important, because Catch saved it. A lot of my early scopes that I have copied over to YouTube are Catch replays. They work just fine. And with Catch, you could edit the comments. Somebody would make a nasty comment, and you'd go through the comment stream as a text file on the web interface, on Catch's web interface, and you just delete the comment, it's gone, and you save it. It was amazing. But embedded tweets are 600 by 600 pixels. They look like it's 2006 again. So we do, but they don't care. They just don't care. Tonight at 8. On TV 38's Movie Loft, it's Twitter doesn't care. Anyway, they don't. 5-second latency? Holy cow. That ain't bad. That's Periscope territory. And most of that latency is the stream coming out and getting to you guys for you to comment on it. I am seeing the comments as they're burned to the stream. I'm not looking at the comment stream, you know, that you guys are in the bottom of the app. Streamlabs allows you to view full screen mode, and full screen mode kills everything on the screen except a little back arrow, so you can get out of full screen mode, and it shows you what the viewers are seeing. Of course, it's reversed though. But what I mean is that I don't see the comments coming up in the comment stream from the comment server. I see the burn to the stream. That's what I see. And the reason I do that is because I realize that sometimes the comment burn was behind the comment stream, and so I didn't want to prematurely comment or reply to a comment before it hit the stream. If you guys if you can figure out what I mean. Sorry about that. It's cryptic. I'm just saying I'm looking at basically the comment stream as you guys are seeing it burn to the stream. So that way, yeah. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, they are. I think we've hit the perfect size box. I think we've hit the perfect size comment, and I like them with the dark box and the white letters. I think it's just fine. You know, I can make the box color what I want. I can make the text color what I want, but I think white on the dark gray is just fine. I'm going to keep it this way, unless I have a really good reason to change it. Yeah, even John Ho was asking me about that, because people realize that, you know, YouTube is a good platform, but a lot of the Periscope people correctly state that they don't want to use it because the comments aren't visible and they disappear. It's exactly my, you know, my complaint from before, but I was determined to use it anyway. And then when Streamlabs came out, it just made everything, you know, just... Yeah. Yeah, thanks. I think it's a good balance too. Yeah, Mike. I mean, yes, that's right. And see, with YouTube, you know, you can change the copyright information on it. And if you've got a product that you're pushing, you know, you can click that box that there's a product placement in the video, and everything's legal, you know. And they're set up for monetization. You don't need to worry about, you know, these dumb super hearts and getting paid by them, because they're unreliable. And, you know, think about you know, they're going to roll the super hearts. Now, I haven't checked on anything. I don't even know, but they said they were going to roll the super hearts payment program out to other countries. I wouldn't hold my breath. Android doesn't even have Sketch. Android doesn't have optical stabilization. Android doesn't have anything compared to what iOS has. You know, and you look at their website, you know, all that stuff is coming soon, 2 years ago. So I wouldn't hold my breath. I think some of the people that have been saying 2018 is the last year for Periscope, I think they're right. I think the app is going to be killed off, and it's going to be Twitter Live. You'll have the Go Live button from Twitter, and they don't need Periscope anymore. That's what I think is going to happen. That's why they bought Periscope in the first place. They paid $100 million for it, for the technology. It seemed like a lot of money. And they've inherited a huge headache. So it's a big liability. And the CEO just quit. Where is Kaohsiung? This is southern Taiwan. I'm at my in-laws' house. And this is the view across the street from where they live. This is one of the canals. And that's the only thing that YouTube doesn't do, is the map thing when you're live. That would be cool, though, if they did, you know, the Google Map. But this is a parking garage over here with a spiral, you know, to go between the floors, the spiral driveway. And this thing over here, this little bright spot over there, is part of the Dream Mall. You can't really see it. You can only see just a little bit of it. And Dream Mall has a Ferris wheel, but you can't see it from here if I was on the roof, so... No, not really. Not really. And there's a... Right over here at the very... Let me see if I can point to it over here. Right there, that little tip right there is the end of a dock. And a lot of guys fish. Somebody's got their boat tied up out there. There's a lot of guys fish down here, so... Yeah, I streamed from here before, yep. And I streamed from here on Periscope, too. Yep. One night I had my guitar, and I just didn't say anything, and I just picked it up and started playing it. That was fun. I was thinking about doing that, but then I said, nah, I already done it. Anyway, you guys remember Dan Stokes. I did mention this last time. Van and I had been playing together for quite a few years, back about 5 years ago. And we went our separate ways, totally positive about it. It's cool. And he and I didn't have any bad blood or nothing. We just decided, you know, we're going to do different things. But we stay in touch, and he's still playing. He's got his acoustic guitar. So he's in Thailand right now. I'm going to the States next week. When I come back, we're going to get together, and we're going to do another live stream. Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool? Got a little bit of a wind blowing, and that's what's doing it. Yep. And Van and I are going to bring our guitars over to T's place, and we're going to live stream from one of his karaoke rooms so nobody bothers us and we don't bother the cops or anything. And we're going to order some cool food. Van doesn't drink alcohol, but he'll have his drinks. I'll have my adult beverages, and we're going to probably do like about 45 minutes of guitar music for you guys. That's what we're going to do. So look for that probably, hey now, probably first couple weeks in March, I'm going to say. He and I need to get together and rehearse a little bit. We got to cover a couple of our songs again because I sort of forgot them. But yeah, we're going to pull our old set list and play some songs. So yeah, it's going to be fun. You guys remember Van, right? You guys remember Van, right? And years ago, when I was doing my little gig with the MIDI files, I actually streamed a couple of them, just myself playing solo on, I did it on Periscope, but I since made those all private because, yeah, they were kind of meh. Good. Yeah, I thought you guys remember Van. He's a cool guy. And I had Sasha on. Okay, good. You know what I'm going to do, Mark? I'll get a commitment from Van when we can do it, and I'll publicize it in advance. I'll let you guys know. Now, remember, if you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me at late night at taiwanlive.tv. Late night, one word. And it's not abbreviated night. It's LATENIGHT. Late night at taiwanlive.tv. And if you want to know what's going on, you can always go to taiwanlive.tv/events. That's our events page for Taiwan Live. And I have the last 2 meetups we have with Caspar, and I've got the videos embedded in the events page, so they're easy to find. And I've also got the listing of when I'm going to meet Steve on the 21st. And whatever stream that I do from there, I'm going to embed on that page from that meetup too. And so as soon as I get a commitment from Van, I'm going to put that on the page too. So you guys can just, you know, check that out whenever you want to. It's one of my websites that I run, taiwanlive.tv. Boy, the whole focus of that has changed. See, when I started doing taiwanlive.tv, I came up with the idea, and I also have a site called asialive.tv. Now tell me that domain's not worth money. I've got zero content because I started using Catch. I had agreements already in place with many of your favorite major periscopers in Asia to host their content on Asia Live. And then they pulled the rug out from underneath me with Catch. So, and we're not allowed to embed Periscope broadcast just as the broadcast alone. You have to embed the tweet that they're in, and it looks like crap. It makes the video square, and it's stupid. And you click on it, and it brings you to periscope.tv. So they just want, of course, they want to drive traffic to themselves. But I understand that, but I still should be able to embed it like I do with my YouTube videos on taiwanlive.tv. I embed YouTube videos all day long, and it's just fine. They allow you to embed. Anyway, I don't get that. I know I keep complaining about that, but you know, I spent a considerable sum getting everything set up, and it ran perfectly. With Catch, I even had a routine that would scan Catch daily for new scopes that people did and would embed them. All right, thank you very much, Mark. And it would embed them in the site with a thumbnail. It worked perfectly, fully automated. And then one day Catch went away. What was that, May 4th, I think? May 4th, 2016? Yeah, Mark, thanks. Anyway, there's a little bit of content on TaiwanLive.tv, but not that much, because mostly now on Taiwan Live TV YouTube channel, I'm doing the late night talk show. I'm not doing quite as many cultural things as I used to. I want to get back to doing that, but I've been, of course, you know, beginning of this year, I've been really sick. But there are a couple things. When I get back from Florida, the following week, we have the Lantern Festival. Catch says they ran out of funds, but Twitter told them to shut down. I guarantee it. Because the next day they came out with their save option, remember? And I tweeted a tweet that the Catch CEO liked. I said, somebody got married the day after the dead wife's funeral. Yeah, Catch went out of business. They said that they had an investor that came in too late, and they could have gone to a monetized, where people would pay for this. I would have paid for the service, but they said it was a little too late. Yeah. See, here's the thing: the September 30th, 2016. Terms of service, spell the whole thing out. You're not allowed to scrape. All these guys, like you guys mentioned Jonathan J.K. Jonathan J.K. scrapes. He takes his Periscope videos and copies them. Because, you know, you can play stuff back on a Mac and just plug it into your iPhone. You can record it on your iPhone and vice versa, right? So he just plays it back on his iPhone and records it on the Mac computer and uploads it to YouTube. That is a no-no. If they ever catch him, they're going to shut him down. But, yeah. A lot of people are doing that. You will not find any of my Periscope videos recorded to YouTube that were broadcast after the 30th of September. Well, yes and no. Yes and no, Mike. I've been doing live streaming since 1995. We've had live streaming apps. They were just limited to the PC. I mean, Microsoft NetMeeting was a live streaming app, right? Then there was CUCMe, which I used a lot. I used another one called ICU2. There was a number of them. They were just limited. Live streaming on the mobile phone is what's new. That's the deal. They tell me that I'm the second recording artist in the world to ever live stream a recording session, and I did it in 1996 on CUCMe. A guy that I know, hey Matt, how you doing? Matthew, a guy that I know let me use his reflector. A reflector is a server for CUCMe. It reflects whatever's broadcast to it back to the viewers so they can look. With CUCMe, you're allowed to broadcast live and you're allowed to watch 8 streams at a time. You can have 8 windows open at a time, plus yours. So you need a pretty fat pipe. But it worked great. Back in those days, we all had black and white cameras. I remember when we made switches to when we all switched to color cameras, so yeah. Yeah, I had, and talking about Messenger, yeah, and Yahoo Messenger too, had live cams too. Excellent, yeah, feeling a lot better. Thank you, Matthew. I think I got my first, I got my first internet in 95. And in 96, or was it 97? 97, I changed to ISDN. And then it wasn't too much longer after that. I think the next iteration I got was a cable modem. So I had a cable modem in 98, I guess. No, 99. So, yeah, ISDN was cool. I had 2 SPID numbers, and you could pick up the phone and dial out on one, and it turned it into 56K. But that was cool. See, back then I was the chief engineer for the Talk America Radio Network, and we used switched 56 for the studio link for many of our hosts. We had a show host named Stan Major who was in Florida, and he would just use the switch 56 line to send his audio to Massachusetts to the network, and we would send the IFB down the phone line, you know, so you could hear phone calls and stuff. You hear the callers. But yeah, that's old stuff. So yeah, I mean, Periscope had a lot of promise. I used to say that, you know, Periscope had noble aspirations, but the problem is the human race isn't noble. Huh. That's what I used to say. Anyway. Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'll tell you why. It's 11 o'clock local time here, 11 o'clock p.m. And I'm gonna go read to my kid. I'm gonna read a bedtime story to my kid. But I'm getting up really early tomorrow. I'm packing up. I'm gonna leave to go back. Gonna go back home. And oh, really? Okay, Mark, no problem. Yeah, and then look what you got, Henry. I mean, nowadays, look what Sweden has. Sweden makes the rest of the world look slow. But I'm packing up because I'm going back home tomorrow. I'm leaving early in the morning because I'm trying to beat the traffic. A lot of people are going to be back at work. Excuse me, sneezing. A lot of people are going back to work in Taiwan on Monday, and they're going to be traveling on Sunday, and I want to try to beat that crowd. Because I got Monday that I'm going to prepare. There you go. Gigabit connections, that's right. And Monday I'm going to prepare for my trip, and Tuesday morning I got to leave. I got to leave early. So I'm not going to stay up late. But I did want to stream for you guys, and I meant to stream last night. I didn't go anywhere. Didn't go to the Cowboy Bar. Didn't go to any of the night markets because it's a madhouse. I was going to go to the Cowboy Bar tonight, but both my wife's sisters and her husband came over and their kids, and it was just really nice. So I decided to stay there. So thank you. Well, the tests are. I haven't really told you much about it, but it's all good. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm participating in a medical study. They're going to try to reverse my age by a certain number of years. I don't know. They're going to give me a formula that lengthens telomeres of the DNA. And Dr. Sears is a famous doctor. I'm going to get a picture with him. I'll tweet that out for you guys. But yeah, thanks, Henry. But the deal is, the last time that Dr. Sears did one of these telomere studies, he reversed the age of the participants by an average of 14 years. And he's got a new super formula that he wants to try out. And so I was on his radar, and he asked me to join. And I joined the study, and it's for 2 years. So I got to go back to the States for 3 more times. So that's good. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. And so we'll just leave it on the. We'll just leave it on the canal here. Yeah, my fly home as a toddler. Yeah, I get a discount on my return ticket because I'm younger. How do you like that? That is so funny. Going next week, Matthew. Leaving on Tuesday. Leaving on Tuesday, returning on Friday. And just a real quick, just a real quick in and out. And I got about 5 or 6 hours of tests. What they're doing is they're going to try to determine my biological age. They're going to be doing everything. Even going to be doing an ECG and EEG on the brain. They're going to be doing like muscle tests and things like lung capacity, stuff like that, muscular tests, all these different things. They're going to run me through the ringer for about 5 or 6 hours, they said. And blood glucose and blood work and all that. And so the only thing I have to pay for is the blood work and getting myself there and back. But they're going to supply all the the nutritional therapy and stuff. It's all free, so for 2 years. So we'll see what happens. They said, I'm just telling you what they said, that my hair might turn back to its natural color, because a lot of guys that they work with, they do this in May. So no, they're not going. They're not going this time, Matthew. That's why I'm going and coming back so quick. Yeah, they should be free, really. Yeah. But the next time I go back will be in the summertime, and I want them to come with me, and I want to spend more time, and I want to go to North Carolina, see my sister, and while I'm there, I'm going to drop by and see Coco. So we'll be talking to Coco. Now here, let me do this real quick. Matthew Phillips. I want to make Matthew a moderator. I just noticed that. I haven't actually met Dr. Sears yet. Hey Bernardo, how you doing? Bernardo, I was just getting ready to sign off. Sorry about that. I haven't met Dr. Sears yet, but I'm on his radar because I read his book, The Healing Herbs of Bali, and then I went to Bali and I met the herbal healers, Westy and Lalir, husband and wife, that he wrote about in the book, and the ones that helped him. And I got to talking with Westy. You know, he's a great guy. We became friends, and I spent like a couple hours talking to his wife about different medicinal cures, you know, because I'm really interested in that. And we use Chinese medicine here in Taiwan, and she was very interested in hearing about that. So Westy took me to their production area where they make their herbal medicines, and he was talking about, you know, cures that he has for cancer and just some amazing things. And so I took pictures of the place and pictures of me shaking Westy's hand, and I sent them to Dr. Sears. And his assistant read my email and said she was going to forward it to him immediately. So he read it, and then I got an email back from them a couple days later inviting me to this telomere study, because I'm in the right age group. I'm over 60, and so that's why you know, they don't want anybody in the, you know, in their 30s or 40s, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring the age down there. So well, I could walk away and leave the phone here all night, and probably, because it's Taiwan, probably nobody would mess with it, but yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, anyway, Bernardo, nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. And so I'm gonna go upstairs now, and I'm gonna read a bedtime story to my kid. You guys take care. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again next time, and have a good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Thank you. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Thanks, Matthew. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the fist bump, you guys. Here's the reverse one from this side. Okay. Take care now. Hey, Rob. Hi and bye. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thanks, Henry. Bye-bye now. See you guys. Thanks, Bud. Take care. Thanks, Mike.